Often, we see a news story about a guy holding up a jewelry store and making off with bags of diamonds. While both of these examples are ways to make money illegally, they both allow us to fantasize what it would be like to make that kind of money in a short amount of time. Let's face it, if you make money the honest way like the majority of us do, you know there are a lot of factors that come into play if you want to be wealthy. You need time since you can't make a boatload of money overnight. You need to keep your expenses in line too, so you aren't getting yourself into debt, and you need to save and invest so that your money can grow. Here are ways you can make a lot of money illegally. 1. Get a child with a rich person. You can trap a rich person, get a child with him, and force him to pay for child upkeep. You'll enjoy his sweat for 18 good years. If you're intelligent enough, invest that money and become rich too. 2. Get a rich sponsor. There are men and women who want love and in return they give you money. We call them sponsors. Don't fear to ask for a lot of money from the sponsors because that's the only golden opportunity you have. If possible, get married to him. 3. Sell illegal gold. If you get a loophole of selling illegal gold, go ahead and make money. Most people get gold from Congo and sell it locally. You can become an instant billionaire by selling illegal gold. 4. Become a high-end prostitute targeting politicians, rich people, and businessmen. Prostitution is the oldest profession in the world. This career will make you rich within a short time. People like Instagram Los Angeles girls are doing prostitution in the name of socialites. A high-end prostitute can make more than $5,000 from a single client. 5. Get rich with an illegal Ponzi scheme. The classic Ponzi scheme is one of the oldest tricks in the book. But that hasn't stopped it from being widely successful throughout history. With a Ponzi scheme, you promise investors outsized returns. But instead of actually earning those returns, you just pay out profits using funds from newer investors. While investors think the returns are from incredible product sales, your brilliant investing decisions, or some other means, the perpetrator of the Ponzi scheme is literally just robbing Peter to pay Paul. The scheme was named after the command Charles Ponzi, who in the 1920s promised U.S. investors a 50% profit within 4 to 5 days by investing in postage stamps. Or for the patient, a 100% profit in 90 days. His scheme was so wildly successful that he even got a front-page feature on the Boston Globe, resulting in thousands of new investors lining up outside his office, ready to give Ponzi their money. At its peak, Ponzi's scheme was earning him over $250,000 a day, about $3 million in today's dollars, and Charles Ponzi lived a lifestyle of big mansions, fancy cars, and first-class ocean liner tickets. However, there's just one problem with Ponzi schemes: they're pretty much doomed to failure. A few months later, Ponzi's con came crashing down when people finally did the math and realized his investment strategy was impossible. This led to another front-page newspaper story. Except this time, it was about his history of fraud in Canada. Knowing he was about to be arrested, Ponzi turned himself in. Also, American investor Bernie Madoff resurrected the Ponzi scheme in the early 2000s. He did a good job, too. Madoff is the current Ponzi scheme champ, a title that also gives him the infamous title as the perpetrator of the largest financial fraud in world history. From 1960 to 2008, Madoff ran a well-respected wealth management company and was widely considered one of Wall Street's best investors. So much so that he raised $36 billion from many of the world's wealthiest and most famous people. There was just one problem: Madoff wasn't actually earning those amazing returns. He was just writing them down on paper and then hoping his house of cards never fell. Unfortunately, Madoff's con came crashing down in 2008. With the stock market falling, Madoff's investors began panicking and asking to withdraw their money from the fund in unprecedented volumes. But since Ponzi schemes rely on a steady stream of new investors, Madoff quickly found himself $100 million short. 6. Become a drug dealer. Cocaine kingpin Pablo Escobar once had so much money that instead of turning on the heater, he burned $2 million in cash. I guess that's what you can do when you're supplying 80% of the world's cocaine. An accomplishment that earned him $420 million a week during his cartel's peak, and had him spending $1,000 per week on rubber bands for all that cash. Yes, Pablo Escobar made $22 billion a year selling drugs. Seriously. In fact, Escobar's insane earnings actually led to his downfall, because he was bringing in so much cash that he literally couldn't launder the money fast enough. Instead, he resorted to storing cash in old warehouses, inside the walls of his houses, and even in empty farm fields. Not ideal. Which is probably why his accountant budgeted a staggering $2.1 billion a year in ruined cash, usually from water damage, mold, or rats eating the bills.